friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing my March favorites. It's going to be a bit of a shorter video this month. I didn't really have a ton of time to try anything really new or like the extra money to buy anything new, or I didn't need anything new, so I couldn't really try anything out. So yeah, we just got a couple things this month, but that's okay. Sometimes, you know, you just gotta stick to your old favorites and don't try anything new. How can I express this enough? I did not try anything new. But anyways, the things I do have here I really enjoy. So let's get started. First, let's do makeup. So I have 3 makeup products here. I went to I only pretty much shop at the drugstore for my makeup, just like a heads up. And so I went to Shoppers when they had like a 20 times the point sale or whatever. And so I got a couple things. I got some new foundation and a foundation brush, which is kind of gross already, but don't worry about that. So this is CoverGirl Vitalist Elixir Foundation, sunscreen SPF 20, in this shade 610, Classic Ivory. So yeah, it's a foundation. It's decently heavy coverage, like full coverage. I mean, it's just lightweight, but like it's a foundation. How lightweight can it really be? It has a little pump. I've been using a foundation stick for like a long time. I remember the last time I used liquid foundation. So it's been kind of an adjustment. And I decided to get this foundation brush because I wanted to try applying my brush, my foundation with a brush. I've never done that before because I've always been so scared of, I don't know, I just feel like spreading something liquid on your face with a brush doesn't make sense, even though like that doesn't make sense. So I haven't used that before, but I've been liking it. Like I feel like I was afraid it would be streaky and not like really cover, but it hasn't really happened, unless of course now I'm saying that there's probably like a huge smear on my face right now. But anyways, so yeah, this is just like Quo store brand Shoppers brush, but you know what, gets the job done. And yeah, it already got foundation all over the inside of the cap because I'm a classy lady. And then I also got a new eyeshadow. This is a liquid eyeshadow from Styla. It's Magnificent Metals Glitter and Glow liquid eyeshadow in the color Rose Retro Gold. So it's just like this little thing. It was kind of expensive, if I'm being honest. I mean, probably not in like the grander sense of makeup products, but for me it was kind of expensive. I think this one little thing was $30, so it'll last me a while, but that's kind of expensive for my taste. But it's really, really good. I really like it, but I really like it because it's like thick and it has good coverage, and it like, I basically feel like I have a whole eye look if I just put this on, and like maybe a base of like a light pink, just to like cover the rest of my eye. But yeah, I really like it. It's nice and shiny. It has a really nice color to it. I like tested it on my hand in Shoppers and I was like, yes, I love this. Next we are moving on to books I read. I finished a couple books this month, but none of them were really like life-changing. So I did read this book, however, that I liked a lot more than I thought I was going to like, actually. I got this book from Value Village, actually, a couple weeks ago when I was home at the end of February. And basically it's called The Alchemist, The Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel by Michael Scott. It's basically about Nicholas Flamel and him being he's a real person, but him being actually immortal and him living into modern times. And he has to protect this book from evil beings trying to use the book for evil, and the book is what like taught him how to make the Philosopher's Stone and how to make the immortal spell and everything like that. It's kind of hard to explain because there's so much that goes on in this book, but basically it's one of those books that takes history and rewrites it to be more magical, kind of. So like the great London Fire or whatever that's called, that was attributed to one of the villains in the book, and it talks a lot about like different events in the history of the world being attributed to these characters. And I don't know, I really like when books do that. Like maybe if you're like a history buff or something like that, you'd find it annoying, but I find it interesting to think about. Imagine if our world was actually super magical, and it has been super magical, and like these forces have been affecting our world in all these great and amazing ways, but we just didn't know. I always find that interesting. So yeah, it's actually a series, so I'm looking on getting my hands on the second book because yeah, I really enjoyed it. And speaking of finding more books, Nick and I recently have been going to the library. Yay, library. So I haven't actually taken anything out yet because I have a bunch of books that I just got that I haven't read yet. But we went and checked it out. It's called, the one in Cambridge is called Idea Exchange Library. They have a ton of books. Like just browsing the shelves, there was like a ton that I wanted to try out. So yeah, I'm really excited to get back into reading from a library. Like I've been using the library app on my phone, but it's not like the best thing in the whole universe. And I think it'll be fun to go with Nick and pick up books together. And the one of the locations has a cafe in it, so maybe we could go and like get a book and read and libraries. But yeah, and the other thing I wanted to talk about is an app. I didn't really use it that much in March, all things considered, but I wanted to talk about it because I'm going to start using it again soon. And that is the Couch to 5K trainer. It's an app that helps you build your endurance with running in order to run a 5K. So it's a 8-week program, 3 times a week, I think. And basically, like the first week is pretty simple. Like you do a warm up and then you run for a minute and walk for a minute and a half. And then you do that for like 50 minutes and then you take a cool down. And then the next week it's a minute and a half walking and a minute and a half running. And basically it slowly ramps you up until you're running the full 5K. One of my goals this year, as it's my 24th year, is to run a 5K. And so I got this app again. I've used it before, but I got it again to try it again. And it actually, I forgot how perfect it is. It pushes you just the right amount so that you feel challenged and you feel pushed, but you don't feel dead. Like I'm really bad at pacing myself when it comes to training like that. Like I just try to do the whole thing right off the bat, but like that's not good for you in a million ways, and it's not actually gonna like get your endurance up. It's just gonna wear you out. So yeah, this app is really good for like pacing it yourself. And like it's technically an 8-week course 3 times a week, but like it doesn't make you do that by any means. Like you can time it however you want. Those are the things I've been using this week. Like I said, it's kind of a shorter video this month. I'm hoping in the next couple months as spring comes around I'll be trying new things for like the garden and different foods maybe, and clothes. I'll go spring clothes shopping and stuff like that. But yeah, March kind of been dreary and rainy, so we got books, we got makeup, and we got a library. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And I will see you, well, I'll see you next month. Later days.